That Dane Cook is a silly bitch.
It is good.
What did they do before this? She starts talking during the pedophile show about these kidnappers in a way that you can find out who the kidnappers are in your neighborhood, in your community. I went to the website, I type in my address, I hit search. I thought I'd hit enter and maybe it would show my place and then like 3 little dots. I live in Rapeville. Maybe this is where they all are planning some kind of rape attack and like this is the... Now they feel like I've infiltrated them, like maybe they're rigged into my computer and the second I hit enter, one of them's gonna open the window. He knows! The guy in 2B, he knows! Get him and rape him! It's about the guy that invented the copy machine. And it's great, it's like 1,000 pages. Fascinating, fascinating. I really wanted to beat him to death with that book.
I'm so excited I leave my cart. You never leave your cart. God forbid somebody comes into the store and wants exactly that shit. And they're like, what? Jackpot. Because this is anybody here, 2.5 hours into a game of Monopoly. Ready? Fuck this game! Sometimes you meet somebody, and the second you meet, the second you're introduced, you just get that feeling like you just hate each other's guts. And he goes, 1 second, pal. Calls me pal. And let me tell you something. When somebody calls you pal and you're not pals, fuck that. It was the way he said the word pal. To you sounds like pal. To me sounded like fuckface. But he says, I'm gonna go buy a new car that makes me look like a shithead.
Dude, I hear a car. Yeah, the world is full of them. You're gonna hear a lot of them for the rest of your life. If you hear a humpback whale, that's weird. Tell me that shit.
All guys want is sex. The tire flies into the stands, hits a woman in the face. And when you first saw it, you were like, oh! And the funny thing is, everybody around the lady, like, dove out of there. Everyone got out of there, but she just, like, sits there, like... You see, everyone dives, and at the last minute, as the tire is rocketing at her face, this is her defense. She goes, ooh! Like she's just gonna get in a slap fight with a Goodyear. Like she's just gonna go and deflect it. Imagine she just palmed it. There can only be one Highlander. She's like, I don't even like jelly. I don't even like jelly. I get hives if I even look at jelly. I don't even know about jelly. What is jelly? Go home, right? I get into bed that night. I'm like, I am the new manager. Yes, okay, right? Go to sleep. All of a sudden, I wake up. I'm like, I'm late. I'm late. I look at the clock, okay? It's 1:45 in the afternoon, baby. That's like 5.5 hours late. And here's the thing. There's no excuse for 5.5 hours late. No excuse for 5.5 hours late. He was waiting there for me. He's like, where were you? He was yelling at me, but there's no good. I was trying to come up. What's a good 5.5 hour late? Except, Mark, did you hear what happened? The circus animals that got loose and took hostages? I was one of the hostages. The gazelles were dancing on my chest. Then he called me some name. He called me something. And I just snapped. I was like, hey, fuck you. And then I'm like, oh, damn it. I didn't just do that. And he was like, huh? What? All the videos are rattling on the shelf. Fire starts coming out of his bag. What did you say? And all I'm thinking, shit, I'm going to get a horrible reference. There goes my goddamn reference. But then I thought, fuck it, since I'm going to get a bad reference, I might as well beat the shit out of him or something. Take a crap on his chest. And punch him continually in the neck, right? Who's going to believe that if they call for a reference? Well, he dumped on my chest, and then he punched me continually in the neck. If that's the kind of man you want to hire, and they're like, you got the job. You're right, he is a Looney Tune. Hey, dude, I know what you're saying about the jelly, bro. I'll be right there, chief. I'm not a chief. I'm not an Indian chief. I'm not the chief of police. I don't play for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not a chef, which is sometimes confused with chief on paper.
Now he starts getting really aggressive with me. He goes, dude, there was fucking ice cream in here, man. He takes a step towards me. He goes, you know what? It's just you and me here, and I've been thinking about this fucking ice cream at work all day. And I said to him, I go, well, that's pathetic.
He doesn't really say anything ever, right? He just stands there, looks cool, and then at one point he might be like, let's kill these bitches.
And here's the regret. I said something that to this moment, it hurts my heart that I actually said it. Because he had me cornered, right? And I didn't eat the ice cream. So I stand up and I finally go, Bat, I swear on my unborn child's life, I didn't eat your fucking ice cream. And as it came out of my lips, I thought, too much. What if someday my wife is in the delivery room and she's about to give birth? What if something happens to that child and due to childbirth complications, the baby doesn't make it? The first thing I'm gonna think of is, fuck, now Matt thinks I ate his ice cream. So I step back up and I figure, you know what, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna put the kibosh on this thing right now. It's gone too far. Pal, buddy, chief, pow, pow, pow. I say, I'm going old school on this guy right now. I'm putting the end to it. And I hit him with something that you can't come back from. I stood my ground and I just finally said, after a good breath, I went, no problem, Gaylord.